You're gonna want to play as the Dark Urge in Baldur's Gate 3 because it's absolutely amazing. So Baldur's Gate has tweeted a little bit more stuff about the Dark Urge origin character that is going to be one of the new origin characters that's coming to Baldur's Gate 3. And I really like this character a lot. It's actually going to end up, or origin character, it's probably going to be the one that I choose when I'm making my character in Baldur's Gate 3 because it's supposed to be all these like horrible urges and things that your character has done and they have lost their memory and don't remember them. In the tweet that they showed, they're showing a couple of things from, or the video on the tweet that they showed, showing a couple of things where you have all the origin characters, right? You got Astrion, Lizelle, Gale, Shadowheart, Will, Carlark, which is also one of the new ones, and then you have the Dark Urge. Now, the Dark Urge is fully customizable. You can play any class, any race, any character, and you will have the Dark Urge because the Dark Urge is more of an avatar that you deal with. And the pictures that they show throughout the game, where they show it, is like this really evil, like gaunt to like crusty, old looking goblin that like gives you these and
We
just
want
just
players
bad
to think
vibes. Look
about,
at them, bad vibes.
I'm playing as
And I absolutely love what they are showing, and it's. I think this is going to be a really good character. I struggle personally, right? And I'm sure this is for a lot of people. I really struggle when I play choice-based games to be bad. At least with my first playthrough. I feel like I'm genuinely need to like doing good things in games and in real life. So it's very hard for me to play a character that's just quite literally evil or have these horrible urges outside of like, a really bad intrusive thought that I have. And I feel like this is like intrusive thoughts except cranked up to 11 because they actually had a really bad past, at least it seems that way, because it says you remember nothing of your past besides that you walked a path of paved with blood. As you venture on, you find yourself inescapably drawn towards unimaginable cruelties. Where do these thoughts come from? And I just think this is great. Like you can have your own customizable character that has its own origin. You can still play your character however you want, but also have these things constantly pulling at you. Um, and I think it's going to be really good. This tweet was a very good one. I really like what Baldur's Gate 3 been pushing out on their Twitter. It's been
actually
very
damn
good.
fun. It's up to you how you end up
They
playing
explain
it.
these things super well, and then one thing that I thought that was fairly weird about this interview, and I'm not sure if this was something that they showed during a showcase or this is a entirely different clip that they put up, was when she was talking about being an evil character, how she kind of made it seem like we all like to make evil characters, and I think that's really true. I think that it's actually probably a lot more common to not make evil characters, especially your first playthrough. Let me see if I can find the actual instance in when she says this.
Blood in their ruined body telling them you're going to kill and kill again. The Dark Urge, in a lot of ways, is a dark counterpoint to the main storyline. Play with the concept of why are we always so compelled to do terrible things in video games in the first place? We want players to think about, I'm playing as a bad guy, can I somehow make myself a good guy at the same time? And also, oh no, I'm playing as a bad guy and it's actually damn fun. It's up to you how you end up playing it.
I mean, like, yeah, she's saying, like, we do these horrible things in video games because they're video games, but it's like, I feel bad when I choose the action that's like one of the good characters in a game that makes them go like, oh, or they're just sad based on your. I cannot. It's too real for me. It feels like they're actually there, and so like I do a bad action that makes people feel disappointed in me. Like I think a great example is when you are trying to go renegade in Mass Effect, and I forget the guy's name off the top of my head, but I want to say like Garth, but I know that's not right. But it's something with a G, and you do choose the renegade option. He's like, and like he like is disappointed and sad. And I cannot deal with that. But I guess since this will like throw the option at us more, I maybe I'll be a little bit more tempted to go the bad route, or maybe just be a Dark Origin and try to constantly fight against it. I feel like I'm gonna constantly fight against the Dark Urge. It's like I can't imagine not doing that, but like, yeah, I think this is gonna be really cool, like a really cool concept to kind of like force, maybe not force, but at least give the option of players like, hey, you could be evil, right? Because I can't do that normally. For example, right in Act One, this is going to be minor Act One spoilers, but it's been available since early access. There is an instance in the game, a small side quest, where you go into this tavern and you meet like people of holy cloth and they work for the church, and they are looking for a demon, and they're like, this demon, like, they need to be eradicated. They've done all these horrible bad things, etc., etc., and they are just the worst ever. And then you go off to go look for them, and it ends up being a tiefling that's injured because I believe they got shot, and they explain their side of the story. And it seems like, well, actually, you don't really seem like that bad of a guy. You go back to talk to them, and they're like, you've been corrupted by the demon, or something along those lines. But it actually might end up being that they actually being corrupted, like they're being like their gods maybe being impersonated. And I feel like, well, it'll be a lot easier to be like, well, just show up with the dark urge, walk into the tavern, and you're like, huh? You guys, and they're like, ah, yeah, that's the evil demon out there, and you're just like, dark urge, I'm gonna take all you guys out. I'm gonna do horrible things to you. I'm gonna fucking Hunter x Hunter. This is a reference a lot of people might not get. Pull your heart out, Kilo style. I can't wait to see more of the Dark Urge, like, when this is finally released. I really, really am curious about, like, what are the things
Story
that they're
working
gonna
on top of that.
pull out,
It's an avatar only character, so it
like, for
means
this,
it's
like,
just a
what are these
character
dark
that
urges are gonna be coming into your character? What's gonna make them so bad that a player who chooses the Dark Origin character goes, "Oh, shit, that's pretty fucked up." That's what I want to know more than anything, because I think that's gonna be pretty great. Anyways, as more stuff gets revealed, as they keep tweeting out, I don't think there's any more new stuff that they tweeted out on their page outside of stuff that's already been like well aware, like you can become the Circle of Spores druid, where you can become a walking colony and have little mushroom guys that follow you, or take people out or create deadly spore zones. I mean, this is just one of the classes of druid that you can play, which a lot of people were very happy about. I've never played a Circle of Spores druid, or yeah, the Circle of Spores never. I think I've only played Moon, which is a very popular one, and one actually no, I didn't play Moon. I played one of the other like original player's handbook, maybe one of the land ones. I forget off the top of my head, because I wanted to be different with my druid, because everyone likes to play Moon because it's fantastic. I died that session, so I didn't go very far with that druid. But anyways, I will see you guys later when we come out with more Baldur's Gate stuff. I will definitely be covering and looking it out. I'll probably be covering some of the other classes as well, and what you can do to make like the best kind of class that you want with that character. We recently covered fighter, so if you want to go back and do that, we went over fighter with going, into tank, into high damage two-handed weapon, into dual wielding, into archery, all rounder, magic, and it's really interesting. But anyways, I will see you all later before I ramble on some more.